referee, Mr. Oven Racelis. Second referee, Mr. Ryan Vincent Corpus. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Akari Chargers. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 6, Michelle Monique Cobb. At number 4, our guest player from LA, USA, Oluma Ocaro. Wearing jersey number 5, Gretchel Sultanes. At number 7, Camille Victoria. Wearing jersey number 13, Celine Eliza Domingo. And at number 16, Ivy Keith Laxina. Starting libero is number 3, Alexandra Maxine Wangho. Head coach, Mr. Takayuki Minoa. Presenting our Nxled Chameleons. Team captain wearing jersey number 18, Janelle Maraguinos. At number 7, Rich Luz Makaslang. Number 8, May Luna. At number 9, Kiara May Permentilia. Number 17, Lucille May Almonte. And at number 21, our guest player from Chicago, Illinois, Megan Hart. Starting libero is number 1, Sheila Marie Pineda. Head coach, Mr. Cheng Gan. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. Match number 38, preliminaries of round 2.
Well, there you have it. The starters for the undefeated, the spotless team of the Akari Chargers. Michelle Cobb will take over in the middle for a setting. We do not see Real Cal in the lineup. We'll find out what happens there. Her former running mate, Jaja Maragino, on the other end for Nxled. And the height difference is the one that I see very obvious in, at least from our perspective. Looking at these two teams with Oli, Celine, Ivy, all parts of that front line para sa Team Akari.
And for both of these teams, again, they are in the opposite ends of the standing. Akari Chargers, again, on top of the standings. Meanwhile, Nxled, they need this game. They need to win today to stay in contention for the quarterfinals.
So very important match for Nxled, back against the wall. Kiara. Ravenna keeps it alive, and a chance ball given to Nxled, sent back. They go to the other side. Luna from behind finds a spot. The first point going to the black and green, or neon, of Nxled.
And for Nxled, we see adjustments on their side in terms of the starters. I mean, Makasla, Almonte, Luna, not their usual starters, but they will be starting today against Akari Chargers.
Well, they're trying something new, something different, as they have to. As they have to come up with wins. Cross court, Wanko was there, but like a setting error. 2-0. And Kiara Permentilia with her first point. Good story for Kiara, playing against her former team also. Again, recovering from that last ACL injury. And ironically, as Akari gets her first point here, playing alongside Bang Pineda, who parang, di ba, Ayel, you know the history, di ba? Angela Benting, and then Bang Pineda, and then Amanda Villanueva. And it was supposed to be Permentilia who was going to inherit that wing line, di ba? That wing line ng Adamson University. Luna. Denied at the net by Gretzel Soltones. Alexis Tinsay rejoins us at courtside.
Boom and AL, I had the opportunity to talk to Ollie Okaro, and she told me that despite the back-to-back wins, she emphasized that there must be something that they're doing right, and for her, it's Coach Taka's system that's unifying them all and allowing themselves to be on the court. Despite ranking number 3 and scoring in number 1 and attacking, like you mentioned, she believes these statistics can only lead to complacency. For Okaro, it's the playoffs where everything truly matters, and their mindset needs to reset to 0 before every single game. More than that, she said she's lucky to not just be able to score double points. She's grateful to have teammates who power through on the same level in the likes of Ivy Laxina. To be able to play with talented girls, that's what she's happy about. Get fully charged with Akari by watching all PVL games through the Pilipinas Live app for only 149 pesos. Let's go back to the game.
Thank you very much, Alexis. Pencil Sultones getting a dose of her own medicine, getting blocked there, that sequence. 4-2 for Nxled. Down the line, Oli finds the spot
Chameleons up by
for her
3
second
points.
point of the match. As you mentioned, third best scorer in the league, but highest in terms of efficiency at over 40%. Permentilla continues to serve here, up 3.
3-point for Akari.
Break there for Akari Chargers. The start of the set looks like has been Nxled having the momentum here.
Domingo serving for the Chargers.
Chet Domingo gets us going for this rally. Goes to Permentilla, over-receives it a little bit, but Hart says no problem. Slicing it to the other side off the one-handed set from Maraguinon.
And this is why Nxled Chameleons need that good first ball, because whenever Megan Hart gets that good set, she delivers a point for the Nxled Chameleons.
Very good first ball there too. Megan was there but could not reach to the spot.
Serving 6.
Good adjustment there from Oli Okaru. So going for the tip. Hart actually read that one. Was a bit late in going for the defense.
The Chargers.
Very competitive start to this match so far. Second game of our triple header today here at Phil Sports as Genesis
The block.
puts it away through the block.
7.
It's actually Almonte.
Oh, sorry. Check that. Yes, you see Almonte with a spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan.
Maximizing the gap in between the blockers.
Luna gets it going. Sultones readjusts too high. Good pickup there. That's a good spot found. Was that Cobb? Yeah, it was Cobb.
Quick thinking there for Mitch Cobb.
5.
Attacker scrambling and her going for that zone 5. Permentilla could not get into the ball on time.
5 serving 7. Good serve. Luna from the other side, from behind the line. Victoria unleashes one.
And this is why Akari has been successful all throughout their game so far, because they have a lot of contributors in terms of scoring. I mean, Victoria also has been delivering the points for the Akari Chargers.
Yeah, close to 7 points a game in 6 matches so far for Victoria. Akari inching closer here. The shoot set to the other side. Open to Laxina. That catches the line.
The line. We're tied at 7.
Laxina going for the high hands there. Not a lot of power, but a great angle to get that point.
She towers over people. That's why she can have that little bit of bird's eye view. Finding a spot. 3-0 run, partner, for Akari. They continue to attack Permentilla. Makaslang unable to put it away. Victoria gets it through the block. Ravenna was there for the get. Here comes Laxina again. Solid by Pineda. Binitin pa ng konti ni Maraguinon. And Almonte puts it away. 8-7, it is Nxled with the lead.
8 Nxled, 7 Akari.
back inside the Phil Sports Arena on this Thursday. It is Thursday, right, partner? Sorry, I'm a little lost
Jet lag.
with the days. Thursday action, second game of our triple header earlier. Farm Fresh with that sweep over Capital One in our first game. This will be our second. And then, of course, we have the third one, and Akari is 6-0 without those two. Explain why, partner.
Fifi Sharma and Faith Nesperas. They also just got back
Yes.
from CV League. Congratulations, double bronze for them.
As we mentioned, Farm Fresh earlier, winning against Capital One in straight sets. That complicates things, you know, for everybody sa ating team standings. From behind.
The double block.
I mean, Oli Okaro, whenever she gets that set, it's like an instant point for the Akari Chargers. Take a look at this replay. 2 blockers with her, but so much power in that attack.
Pipe attack. A little over 40% in terms of her efficiency. So very high. Amonte takes that one. Soltones, who is also excellent on defense. Yun pa yung isang nadadala ni Gretzel na people seem to overlook all throughout her career. She's always great defensively. That back line.
All-around player, I mean, but again, Oli Okaro here getting another point. And this is the a bit of the disadvantage of a Nxled whenever Megan Hart is not on the court because she is a middle blocker.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's a solid swing by Chiara Permentilla.
The reason why local players like Chiara Permentilla needs to step up in those rotations. And finally, Hart on the front row right now for the Nxled Chameleons.
She looks better than ever in terms of her fitness. You see those cuts in her arms now. You know, this is a girl that we almost lost to the corporate world, Ayel. Didn't think we would see her play volleyball again competitively, and here she is finding a home and finding the mark and finding the corner, giving them a 10-9 lead.
Back-to-back points for Chiara Permentilla. Going long this time. No one there for the Akari Chargers.
Power is back, the joy is back. Confidence, of course, is back. You can see it in the body language. The lead also back to Nxled. Almonte with the dig. That's a tough setup by Maraguinot, and she still pulls it off underhand. Laxina rolls it to the other side. The tip doesn't work for Megan. Reverse, backside. And that's why.
You notice Akari Chargers, whenever they need a point in the rallies, they try to go for Oli Okaro, but this time, unfortunately, with that attack error.
Ton of Adamson players here, and one of them, Critch Makaslang, open to Laxina, denied!
And this is what Hart definitely can offer for the Nxled Chameleons whenever she's in the front row, doing her job perfectly as a middle blocker. Solid one against Ivy Laxina.
That is her 17th block of the conference. She is #1 in that department, and that block forces Akari to call for time.
At some space, you have a cross side. Okay? And also, you need to care about the middle blocker. Number 20 is frontayo. You can use technique also. Okay, go on. Pass is nice.
Position 2 kay Hart. Kasi malaki blocker namin. Remind lang siya. Akin. Hey, Akari Chargers!
4-0 run by Nxled to give them some distance again.
And they would want to keep this rotation right now because, again, Hart in the front row can be that offensive weapon, but especially a defensive player in the front row.
Right. It's conserved by Makaslang, by the way, which forces for giveaway. And what a smart play by Jaja.
chance.
Cobb did one earlier.
Right.
Now she did the same thing.
And it was a chance ball for the Nxled Chameleons, but Jaja Maragina just finding that spot and going for it right away.
Peripheral vision working while on the run. Another good serve there by Makaslang. Oli checked by Hart. Open to Ivy. Ivy rolls it to the other side. A chance to go to Kiara. Kiara with the left hand. Kretzel adjusts. Cuts it to the other side. Luna from behind. Cobb will set up Laksina. Laksina will go long and high. Jaja will go to Kiara. Kiara cross court. Long rally alert. And Okaro trying to send it. Jaja to Megan. Puts it away.
Oh, what a game so far for the Nxled Chameleons. Oli Okaro has been struggling so far in the offense, could not find ways to score a point, but Megan Hart has been delivering
What
for
an angle.
Nxled.
Wow. Millimeters. 4 points for the reinforcement for Nxled. Kanina pa sa maserve itong si Makaslang. Akari struggling with Okaro behind now. Permentilla this time. Right through the blockers.
Impressive consistency so far for the Nxled Chameleons. We have been mentioning the offense, but Almonte has been really good in terms of defense in the back row for the Chameleons.
Excellent point, partner. They won't be able to do that without her. Makaslang has been serving well too. And there is Almonte again. There is Kiara again. But Soltones with the defense, and Hart puts it away for an 8-0 run for Nxled. Wow. 16-9. It is all Nxled in set one. Watch and support the Alas Pilipinas men's national team as they fight for volleyball pride on home soil. August 16 to 18. Get your tickets via ticketmax.ph. Michelle Cobb is the one who started for Akari today. No Camille Cal, not on the bench. No, she's not, we haven't seen her. And that may be one of the reasons why. Although Camille, of course, I'm sorry, Michelle has been with this team for quite a while. But you know, the setting situation is always a tricky one for every team.
And Camille Cal has been starting in their past 5 games. She has been crucial in the rotation for the Akari Chargers.
It's a good response here. 8-0 run before that one. Ivy Laksina squeezes it through the block. Squeeze me.
Much needed point there for them.
Serving for the Chargers.
10 serving 16. Almonte receiving. Luna adjusting. Ravenna and Soltones crossing each other. Oh, Caro. Good instincts there by Bang. Permentilla again. Ravenna. And a chance to attack. Megan asking for it, but it is Kiara who is rejected by Olio Caro. Good read.
I mean, Oli Okaro has the height and length definitely to get that single block against Permentilla.
You know, that is a great block by Oli, but just covering Kiara for so many years since she was in college, it's good to see her just going for
Right.
it. Walang hesitation. Nakikita mo sa mukha, kita mo sa expression, sa body language. Her confidence is really back.
I agree. I mean, before in situations like those, she would easily drop the ball, but right now she's really going for it.
Yes. So that's 3 straight points for Akari off that technical timeout, which forces the hand of Coach Chen to call for time.
One ball at a time, guys. One ball at a time. Let's go. Guys, calm down. Side out. Next set.
16-12, 3 straight points as Akari continues to try to climb out of a hole that they were in.
And this is not a comfortable lead for Nxled. I mean, Akari has already proven all throughout this conference that they can come from behind and get their wins.
Yeah, I've seen some of those matches where they were down 0-2.
Right.
That's another one. 4-0 run. And Oli racking up the points with 7 right now.
Earlier, they were struggling because Oli Okaro was in the back row, but right now with her in the front row, they have been maximizing her.
Service. Cobb.
Cobb continues to serve. Seven was the biggest lead. And that 7-point lead has vanished. It is down to 2. Permentilia is rejected right at the middle.
And Nxled should know that they need to be locked in that coverage. I mean, Akari is the second best blocking team. That's one of their strengths in this conference.
What a comeback here by Coach Taka's girls. Could serve again. Good defense there by Ravenna. Over the top of the blockers. Irvina sets it up to Almonte. That drops in. Just enough spin to guide that ball and paint the line.
It almost looked like a mishit for Almonte. As you mentioned, just a right enough spin to touch that line and get that point.
Paraginot. Laksina. Out of system, but the block breaker coming from Okaru.
When Oli Okaro finds her personal momentum, it's really difficult to stop her. Again, all power in that attack. 2 blockers there, but still not enough.
16 out, 9, Marciano.
Janine Marciano comes in for Ivy Laksina. Marciano will serve and sweep
Janine
as they are down only by 2. They were down 7 earlier. 6-0. That's their team standing. Avina receiving. Backside set. Wow, May Luna. What a set by Maraquino.
A risky one actually for
Yeah.
Nxled, but a great adjustment from Luna to still find that loose block of Akari Chargers. Take a look at this. Laksina trying to close that block, but not enough. There was still some space. It was actually Ced Domingo.
Juanco receiving. Okaru's there again. What a reaction by Orvina to keep it alive. Can they do it again as she reloads? Wow. What defense by Nxled.
19.
And I'm sure they came into this game, they know that they need to defend well. They need to slow down the good offense of the Akari Chargers. And that wasn't easy, slowing down Oli Okaro.
That's the second one already. The first one was the one that was a bomb. Orvina solid on that one. Soltones denied. Reverse to Oli again. Readjusts Hart. And a free ball for Akari. Balik kay Okaro. And that will bounce out.
The hand of Almonte.
The reason why she's #1 in terms of efficiency. She does not like wasting opportunities.
San Domingo. Serving for the Chargers.
Domingo gets us going for this rally. Hard pushing. Finds a donut hole.
And that donut hole has been the issue of Akari for many of their games, and Megan Hart maximizing that weakness of the Akari Chargers.
7 points for her, alongside 4 blocks already.
For the Chameleons.
Marciano receiving. Doing the same thing on the other side.
Just behind the block.
The slow balls, the tips, has been working for both sides.
Both reinforcements with some change of pace. Nice touch.
And you know that Hart knew that Ollie was gonna go for that. Couldn't just extend her arms longer in that sequence.
10 points for her. So Hart will go to the bench first. Sharp serve. Chiara from behind sends it over. Good reaction there by Nxled. For another chance here for Cobb. Back to Victoria on second servings. Isa pa, speaking of, you know, girls who have really regained confidence or gotten confidence, Victoria here.
And you just continue to be impressed with how Victoria is playing, because she has played multiple positions. I mean, she can also play as an opposite, but right now playing as a middle for Akari, especially with the absence of Fifi Sharma.
Yeah, I was just about to say, again, this, you know, sports is all about opportunities, diba? You have these star players, of course, serving their duties for the Philippine team, so it's an opportunity for others to shine, and they are making the most out of it. As May Luna drops in another point. They are in the lead, 21-18. Soltones.
Writing off the block.
Good angle there for Soltones.
Photograph sana ako na lumapit eh.
Substitution. Akari. 9 out, 16. Laxina. Back in.
Ivy Laxina is back in the front line as Soltones moves back to the service line. Down 2. Can they mount a comeback here? Pineda misreceiving that one. So a chance ball going to Akari. And it's Laxina who is sent back there. Another one. Ivy a little closer to the net, and she finds a way.
Laxina. 20-21.
Smart
Off
move
speed,
there.
yeah.
I mean, 2 blockers adjusting, closing down her cross-court angle, just spinning that over to zone 1. Great volleyball IQ there.
It was there, just couldn't get that one step to get to the ball. This lead is down to 1. Remember, this was up at 7. Bang having a hard time receiving in the last couple of sequences, but they get the point still to maintain some distance. Luna with 4. Down 2. Double sub here coming up.
Substitution.
Tell me why, Ayel. What's the logic behind this one?
Right now, Coach Chen wants a complete front row. And you know, Laika Ebon has also been that player delivering the points for the Nxled Chameleons. She has been starting in some of their games, and she can be that dependable scorer for them.
6.5 average so far in the reinforced, talking about Ebon. They'll need her now. As part of that full front line, it is Makaslang who denies entry to Victoria. And they inch closer to a first set win.
Blocking has been good for the Nxled Chameleons. No coverage there with the Akari Chargers.
23-20. To Laxina they go. Ollie from behind. Another great dig there by Irvina. Backside set. The dig, the get, the free ball. Permentilla delayed by the blockers. Open to Laxina. Rolls it again to the other side. Dig pass to Permentilla. Back to Ivy. Overcooks it. set point. 4 of them for Nxled.
Point advantage.
Nxled started this set so well, gaining their momentum. Looks like they have been controlling the set. So far, clean volleyball coming from them.
Orvina has been solid on the dig.
Right?
Juanco. 4 set points. That's good. Another chance here. The swipe doesn't work. Ebon goes for it. Soltones with the push. Mangulapnan keeps it alive. Couple of tips. A chance here. Mangulapnan. Tumakas lang. Not a perfect connection there. Goes through Hannah. Free ball. Long rally. Ivy again. This time puts it away for her 4th point.
Scrappy defense there, though, for the Nxled Chameleons. It took Akari a lot of attempts to get that point, but finally, Ivy Laksina.
Ina was sliding right, but the ball was going left. Timeout.
Okay. Hi. Yes, one more. Okay, 心態嚟。one more. Miss 嘅就 one more. Okay.
Nice.
Okay 啊。
Okay. Side out. Okay.
Coach Gang calling for the timeout. Of course, their PT, Rosel Tew, acting as an interpreter too. With the slew of foreign coaches, of course, coming in already now in the PVL. Some of them slowly learning the language, the local language, but some of them still needing interpretation. And buti na lang may mga ibang ganon. Naalala mo dati sila Charo Soriano nag-interpret ng
Coach
Thai.
Tai, yeah.
Laksina. And that's it. That's a great timeout by Coach Chen. Oh, yes. Okay, no challenge there. No challenges so far here in set number 1. Nxled Chameleons take it at 25-21. We'll take a break. We will be back. (25-21). Nxled had an 8-point lead at one point in this match. 7-point lead, rather, was the biggest of the match, and then Akari coming back, storming back, but not enough. The distance was good enough for Nxled to recover and take set number 1. Boom Gonzalez, Ayel Estaniero, explain to us how you saw that first set.
Well, Nxled, they know they have to start strong because, again, Akari still undefeated. They have been successful in all their games. So Nxled came in very organized. That back row defense has been working for them. Pineda, Hervina, Almonte has been delivering the good digs that allowed Maragina to deliver good sets to the attackers, and they just delivered the points and made it difficult for the Akari Chargers. As take a look at the numbers, Akari still tallying 17 attack points, one more against Nxled. They have 16, but the blocking was impeccable for Nxled. They have 4 kill blocks against the 3 of Akari, and Akari committing those errors, especially in the crucial moments of the set. The reason why it was more difficult for them to close the gap and get the set away from the Nxled Chameleons.
But this reinforced conference has been characterized by long matches, as I've seen from afar. Following the league, of course, following you guys.
Reverse sweeps.
Yes, reverse sweeps, 5-setters, upsets.
Right.
So it's been a crazy reinforced conference so far. Crazy in a good way, of course, for the fans of the PVL.
Center of the Chameleons, number 18, Jaja Marinos.
All right, we're off with set number 2. Hermentilla is denied at the net. Now that's the thing that Kiara has to learn. She has to learn how yung diskarte talaga, to change it up, when to change it up. Ngayon, napapasa na siya in her swings.
That's right, because in the first set, she was going for all power. So, you know, Akari will also adjust their net defense. So, it's time for Preliminaries to find ways to score.
Reverse to Luna. Solid on the dig was Ravenna. Soltones with a swipe works very well. Yan ang tinatawag natin diskarte.
Exactly. I mean, that double block is not a guarantee to slow down Gretzel Soltones. She has the experience to outsmart the blockers.
Exactly what they needed, you know. We've talked about Akari in the previous conferences as talented, so much potential. Young is the word that we used to throw around, and you know that they really needed somebody as seasoned and a champion, and somebody who doesn't need the ball to shine at her role. And Gretzel Soltones has seen it all here in the PVL, or in volleyball in general. Maraguinot will go to Kiara, rolls it, easily picked up by Soltones. The tip again, or Vina dives. Luna adjusts. That's a tough one. Good save there. Vina playing very well for Nxled.
I mean, you really see the hustle on the floor defense of the Nxled Chameleons. And everyone also contributing in terms of scoring. May Luna there. Not the best of angles, not the best of positions, but a point is a point.
Over receive. And Hart with that height, with that length. 8 points for her.
Nxled really looking confident here in this game against Akari.
5 attacks by Megan Hart. I said 4 blocks earlier. She has 3. Let me correct myself with 3 blocks. Another over receive ball, and that will go to Akari this time. Our up referee, Joven Racel, is deciding that it was an overreach on the side of Nxled. All right, let's go and check in with Alexis Tinsayas. They sort this all out.
Boom and Ayel, you might wonder bakit dikitan ang puntos ng Nxled at Akari. And more than them being actually equally matched, I actually got to talk to former teammates now on opposite sides of the court. Like Ebon mentioned to me that it might possibly be a close game given that they know how they move. And with that, kaya nilang i-corner dahil matagal din daw ang pinagsamahan nila before as Chameleons. Mentioning Camille, Danny, Camille Cal, and the like. Camille Victoria of Akari shared also that she actually even got emotional the day before because she missed her Nxled family, and they're expecting a fun game where they can swag and laugh it off after the match. Even with the closeness, like I shared to me, that sister teams man sila, expect the competition as they do train against each other, and the more that they know about each other, the more that they will try to use that to their advantage. So who will take set 2? Let's find out here. The Pilipinas Live app for 149 pesos. Back to the panel.
Thank you very much, Alexis.
Decision ko yun na yun.
Talking to the captain there. I think up referee Joven Racelis trying to remind the coaching staff of Nxled. By the way, Megan Hart with that point again, she was all over the net on that point. Sliding left and right, acting like a nice wiper there. And again, Nxled with a 2-point lead, 5-3.
I mean, Nxled has been very disciplined in that net defense. Take a look at Almonte and Makaslang transition to close down Oli Okaro. They just know the tendencies of this Akari Chargers.
Now I see Camille Cal walk in and she seems to be limping. And there was a report, by the way, that she got herself checked medically. So that's interesting to see. In the meantime, let's listen into this timeout.
And I'm hitting it when it's too low, maybe.
Good pass yan, good pass yan, good defense yan. Nice yan. Only finisher. The last ball. Quick hitting, getting a point. Focus on attacking tayo. Block is good na yan. Defense all. Good also. Make it good.
There you go, timeout by Coach Taka there. His girls are down a set and down a couple of points here in set number 2. And as I mentioned, and as my partner also mentioned, for those who just joined us, Camille Cal not the starting setter for Akari this time, and she just walked into the building. I assume she's right behind the bench now and seemed to be limping coming in to the Phil Sports Arena. So we will find out more a little later from hopefully Alexis Tinsay. What's up with the starting center? In the meantime, spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng Bayad Soltones unleashing there. Right between the block.
All speed, all power.
Serving for the Chargers.
Orvina. Out of system. 1-2 play. Works for Michelle Cobb.
Cobb. 5-all.
Cobb making sure that she's also at the end offensively. Perfect timing, that 1-2 play.
Second set action here. We still have, of course, Galleries, our high risers, and Signal HD spikers also trying to fortify themselves at the top. Ganda ng bitin ni Maragino dun sa set.
And we know Jaja Maragino to be one of those good setters, especially in terms of, playmaking, adjustments, and all. Only one blocker there for Almonte. I mean, it was an easy outing for her.
5-all. That's out. Gretzel asking if it dropped in. Are they going to challenge this? Yes, looks like is this our first challenge of the day? It is, of this match at least.
Ball out. Challenge.
Del Canino with the card. So, our first challenge of match number 2, or match number 38 here in the reinforced conference. The ball in, ball out challenge on that long ball from Gretzel Soltones. And it did look long, and it is. They relinquish the point. Nxled ahead. 7-5.
Ball is out. The challenge is unsuccessful. Point and serve. Go to the Chameleons. Service.
Good first ball there for Ivy. Good reaction here for Nxled. Ivy again. Dig pass. That's too low for Oli. Oh, but the referee allows it. Looks like it was a block touch, no? But they're going to challenge it. Nxled is. Coach Taka contesting the fact that it's a challenge too late, I think.
Captain. Hindi, nandito pa yung bola sa kanila, nag-buzzer eh. Which is late, pero nasa kanila yung bola. Sila nag-decision, okay? Within 8 seconds, makakapag-challenge sila. At saka wala pang bumalik na bola eh. Nasa kanila pang bola. Accept.
Well, sometimes, partner, it's also, this is a matter of reaction time. I saw the light, the buzzer behind the first referee light up before he made the call. So sometimes the reaction of our first referee might be too late, but the buzzer already sounded there, or at least the light already came up. So looks like a legitimately called challenge by Nxled, and this one was for that low hit of Oli. We don't know kung tumama sa blocker.
Because everyone on the side of Nxled actually stopped, saying that it did not hit the hands of the blocker.
It looked like a net block in real time, at least. But that's one of the trickiest, diba? One of the trickiest calls. During the non-challenge era, that is a call na automatic. Sinasabi na nila yan na net block yan or low. But in this era, ito mukhang talagang it was a net block. So that's the Nxled point. Good challenge by Coach Shen Gang.
You see that small smile there.
So that means we are at 8-5, and if we are at 8-5, we go to a technical timeout.
The challenge is successful. Point goes to the Nxled Chameleons. First technical timeout, 8. Nxled, 5. Akari.
Here at the Phil Sports Arena for our triple header on a PVL Thursday. Boom Gonzalez, Ayala Estranero, of course, Alexis Tensai completing our broadcast team for our second game earlier. Farm Fresh winning in straight sets against Capital One. They keep themselves in the mix too. Talking about Farm Fresh with that win and bring down Capital One, who has been such a pleasant surprise, of course, for the reinforced conference.
This is what the lower ranked teams will try to do to stay alive, because again, only the top 8 teams will move forward to the quarterfinals. So a lot of stakes are getting higher every match, especially for the lower ranked teams.
And we reiterate the fact that when we get to the quarters, knockout.
Yes, that's why the important thing is just to get into the top 8. Because you just need one win to get to the semis. And so Thomas there getting a much needed point for the Akari Chargers.
2-point lead for Nxled. Good first ball there. Sontones on defense. Oh, good reaction there by Michelle Cobb. She knew it was an over ball already, so just decided to joust it up here on the return. Makaslang puts it away at the corner for her first point.
37.
Jaja Maragino, really the timing of activating the middles has put the middle blockers, the middle attackers in a comfortable position to score, and Makaslang with a perfect angle.
Zone 5.
Almonte. Laxina will not be denied on that one.
8-9.
No, Makaslang not able to press her hands in, and Laxina just maximizing that.
Celine Domingo.
Domingo.
For Akari.
That's going to draw out.
Serve out. 10-8.
So the lead continues to be 2.
Courage Makaslang. Serving for the Chameleons.
And Nxled still controlling the match still.
Soltones with a perfect first ball. What a smart play by Ivy Laxina. Pulls back on the swing in the last second.
Great ball control there. It really looked like she was gonna go for that power hit, but last second, switching things up, deceiving the floor defense of Nxled.
Bang with the easy take. Ooh, that's a tough set. What a tough play. Kara with the swipe to the other side. Kara waiting for this one. Soltones was up for it. Laxina continues to swing away. Massive one there for her 7th point on 7 attacks. And we're tied at 10.
And a great way for Cobb to recognize that Laxina had a smaller blocker in Jaja Maragino, so she had an easier time to get that point.
Another good first ball. Good read by the blockers of Akari. Now they get a free ball. Victoria presses in, but they go reverse to Oli, and that works, and they take over the lead.
Akari now.
Momentum now is with Akari Chargers as Oli Okaru get that point, perfectly avoiding the blocks, the hands of Megan Hart.
11 points for Oli. That's her first point of the second. What a serve by Mitch. What a serve.
Ball is out.
Sharp one straight to Bang Pineda.
Service. Hop.
Cobb will serve again. That little hop that she does with her serve back to bang. Another shaky reception here. Open up to Ivy. Over the blockers. Almonte was there to sweep. Bermantilla adjusts. Ravenna with a pass. Oh!
Down the line. Okaru.
12 points for Okaru.
Oh, the right set, the right height and speed for Oli Okaru. Take a look at the down the line attack. 5th point.
5-0 run by Akari, 13-10, and that's their biggest lead here in the match. Out of system. Ravenna knew where to go. Ivy now getting a real nice rhythm here.
14.
And it is Nxled's turn to call for time.
First learn, okay? First learn. 直线 no cross, no class, okay? 定的，把来跟拦住。
So I think he wants you to close that side, the cross side,
Defense.
then open on the other.
Back.
We'll get the pass muna. Let's start with the offense.
Okay.
Let's go!
So 14-10 is the score.
for Nxled. They need a good first ball right now. It has been a bit shaky for them in the passing.
Nxled had a 3-point lead. That has vanished. Cobb continues to serve well. Push.
Interference.
Fermentilia could not control her momentum.
Right now, everything going well for the Akari Chargers.
Yeah. Also being gifted points now.
Right. Michelle Cobb has been highly consistent there on that service line.
Service. Cobb.
Another one to Chiara. Orvina. It was safely sent to the other side. That serving of Michelle has really made the difference here in this run at least.
Second technical timeout.
The second technical timeout, all out of system itong Nxled because of those serves. And Akari is pouring it on. Watch and support the Las Pilipinas men's national team as they fight for volleyball pride on home soil. August 16 to 18. Get your tickets via ticketmax.ph. Megan Hart and the rest of Nxled won the first set, but are down here in the second by 6 points. Akari has really found their stride, and Mitch continues to serve. Finally, they get a decent first ball to set up Megan Hart.
And this is what they had a difficult time earlier, that first ball, the reason why they can't maximize Megan Hart in the front row. But finally, Almonte delivering the good pass.
Open to Laksina. Door was closed. Hart again with her 11th point now, her 4th block. 7 on attacks, 4 on blocks. #1 blocker of the league. Now with 20 in the conference. Over. Blanco was there. Ivy will try again. Gets it through the block. Orvina to the lefty Ebon. Okaru goes through the blockers herself. Ooh, this is overset.
Okaro at the net.
Nowhere to go here.
I mean, that went straight to Oli Okaru. Had advantage on that one. I mean, Orvina tried.
For a net touch.
It's a net touch challenge for Nxled.
Nxled. Net all.
Coach Rafi there. Putting up the card. Let's see, very important one for them to try to stem the tide here. Akari losing the first set, but finding a little bit of a stride. Great serving by Mitch Cobb. Okaru leading the way for them. If that point will be granted, that will be her 13th point. 5 for Soltones, 4 for Cobb already. Victoria also with 4, but don't forget the 8 points of Laksina. Let's see. But it's on the side. Oh,
Yeah.
it was on the side. There was a net touch. So that is considered an unsuccessful challenge because it was on the side of Nxled.
Point serve.
Which means that lead is now at 5.
17 to 12. Janine Marchand serving.
Irvina with the first ball. Ebon gets a point back.
Breaks the block. 12-13.
First point of Laika Ebon.
Average is 6.5. Sorry, partner.
Off the hands of Sultanes on that one.
Serving for the Chameleons.
For Montilla, who averages close to 11 a match here in the reinforced conference. Good check there by Hart on Okaru, but not on the second try. 14 points for Ollie.
That time avoiding Hart in that sequence. Going for the hands of Almonte. The outer hand of Almonte.
Here's a girl who we talked about in the pregame, making her first appearance in the match. The older Maraguinot's sister. No save there. Laika Ebon gets her second point of the match.
Oh, you know that she can be an efficient attacker. Talking about Laika Ebon. She has been a reliable opposite attacker.
Serving for the Chameleons.
Megan Hart will move out now.
21. 6.
Pilaga will come in to serve and defend. Something that they spare Megan when she's at the back line.
Leah Plaga.
Lead is 4.
Serving for the Chameleons.
Good serve. Sent back by Ebon. They will try again. Ollie doesn't hold back this time, but it's still alive. A chance for Nxled to counter. And it is Ebon who has made the difference off the bench.
Like Ebon on the roll right now, having the hot hands for the Nxled Chameleons. Same angle for her, but still no adjustment from the Akari Chargers.
Pilaga will continue to serve. Akari once had a 6-point lead in this set. It's back to them. Good decision there by Sed. And that's why it was a good decision. You give a chance for Okaru to take a swing at that ball.
But Nxled knew that it was gonna go to Oli Okaru, but still Oli Okaru powered that one to get that point.
Serving for the Chargers.
She goes back to serve. Joe sends it to the other side. Chance again. Domingo hangs. A campfire built on the other end. 2 points for Sed. More importantly, a 5-point lead.
And that was a deceiving approach. It looked like she was going to go for a power hit, but soft touch works for her.
Yeah, didn't like the set that she saw, so she made the adjustment. Laika will try again. Not this time, says Nxled. Okaru swings. Jaja sets up Almonte, who is stopped at the door.
21.
Akari looking organized in the past few sequences from defense to offense.
And again, Cobb with a denial for her 5th point of the match, giving a good account of herself as a starting setter.
Okaro.
Leaping like a frog in that sequence for the block. Oh, that's beautiful. Nakapatong sa bola si Critch Makaslang.
21.
Now that connection of Maraguinot and Makaslang has been bit deadly so far. I mean, instant point whenever Makaslang gets that set from Jaja Maragino.
Lots of speed in that set. Sultones guides it to the other side. They get the ball back. Oh, overdug. What a save by Urbina, and it's still alive. Cobb will go to Sed, and Sed puts it away on that short slide.
Great transition play there for Akari Chargers. Sed taking that first ball and getting the set in the running attack. Got Ebon off guard in the floor defense.
Short one-leg slide works. More importantly, cushion here in the second set. 6 points. That's going to sail out.
That's too long. 3 points for Nxled. Trisha Genesis.
Genesis.
For the Chameleons.
As Coach Ganger's gone to the bench. Trying to shuffle his team. That's out.
Ball is out. 18 to 20.
Akari has to be careful. They can't give away these free points.
Serves. Genesis.
Go back to Laksina. Caro from behind. Makaslang was there. Chance for the counter. The sister connection here. Sultones with the easy get. Laksina will put it away and give them a 5-point lead. 2 points away from getting their first set.
She went back to that angle she wanted to go for earlier after that error.
Going for the smaller blocker. And a timeout called by Nxled here.
There is still a way to get
OK，
several points. Let's get
涨1
this.
分，对方就紧张了，抓1分。
1 point at a time, please. 1 point at a time. Don't let go of this set. Don't let go.
把每个动作做好，把每个动作进入动作做好，只想动作，不想别
Let's
的。
just focus on our task so that we can get a few more points. Come on, let's don't give up.
Those just joined us, Nxled with a convincing first set win earlier against Akari, and Akari trying to get them back here in set number 2. Akari, of course, no defeat yet in the reinforced conference, while Nxled is at 1-5. 3 points is what they have only so far in this tournament. Nalunod, just as we were praising that connection.
Now it's set point advantage.
Because Jaja also knew that that connection has been working, but not quite in that sequence.
Will she do it again? No, she goes to the older sister. And Jo finally with her first point. Somebody we talked about earlier in the pregame who came up the big time performance. 19 points in a loss though against Capital One. Trying to save more set points here are Nxled. But no denial for the second set, as Akari will tie this match at 1-1. And the sister teams pushing each other. We will go to a set number 3, all tied up right here on One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app. Coverage for the Heart of Volleyball continues here. Third set action is minutes away. And we're all tied up. 31 minutes in the first set, 34 in the second set. Nagising itong Akari partner in that second.
And for that second set, it was really the service of Michelle Cobb that turned things around for the Akari Chargers, making it difficult for the Nxled Chameleons to do their offense, because in the start of the set, it was actually Nxled leading the game, controlling the game, but Akari Chargers just finding their momentum and not looking back after getting those consecutive points. But despite that, the hustle is still there for the Nxled Chameleons, but Akari Chargers get to even the match after winning that second set, as Akari continues to dominate in terms of offense. They have 19 attacks against the 12 of Nxled. Both teams getting 2 kill blocks. Both teams also limiting their errors. Only 5 for Akari and 3 for the Nxled Chameleons.
Okaru is leading the parade, the scoring parade for Akari with 15 on 14 attacks, but there's some real good backup from Ivy Laxina, having a tremendous reinforced conference with 10 points. Michelle Cobb on your screens has contributed 5 also for the team. She's the lone setter that we've seen for Akari, as reports have it that some medical checkup from Camille Kahl earlier. Megan Hart leading Nxled with 11 points, and then followed up by Permantilla and Luna's 6. They need more from the others, as Bang Pineda has struggled with the control of that first pass today, uncharacteristically.
And Miss Cobb just recognizing that and maximizing that one today. Service ace for her to start the set.
Yeah, one of those days probably for Bang. We all know her reputation. Good take there by Maraguinot. Wow, what a tough set. Joe again up for it. Kiara Ravenna doing very well too on the other end. And half that point you can credit to Danny, sliding well for a couple of sequences for Akari.
Again, Laxina just maximizing the smaller blocker in Jaja Maraguinot. Nxled has to take note of that and find a way to defend that zone 1.
Gretchen talking a lot on the court for Akari. And I mean that in a good way, of course. That's really what they did. They did not have that when they started this team.
A vocal leader.
Oh, even with Din Din, she is a veteran. We know that when she played with them. But she's not the talking kind of leader like Gretzel Sotones is. You have a challenge here?
Green card awarded.
Oh, okay. So take it back. Hart admitted it, so it's a green card for her. So that means 3-0 for Akari. As we know, Megan Hart really just replacing their original import, and on the first day, right away, which was their only win of the tournament, now that I remember. As Akaru in the meantime, continues to pound away for 16 points. 10 in the first, 5 in the second. Let's go to Alexis Tinsay.
Boom and Ayel, just some updates. We see Megan Hart resting on the bench from time to time because she was given a 2-day break because she was feeling under the weather and she actually missed 2 days of training. Camille Cal also came in late as she went through a physical assessment in the hospital a little earlier, and we shall wait for official results and updates from their management. Regarding Nxled, according to Kiara Permentilla, whom they refer to as Ate Chi, all is set for today either way as they double-timed in training because they don't want to leave this conference empty-handed. Given their 5-set matches throughout the conference, they learned that they are capable of dominating over the other team. They just have to remind themselves not to let go of the momentum. Brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Download for 149 pesos to see all these games live in HD. Back to set 3.
A set 3 that has seen Mitch Cobb serve throughout, and she will continue to serve as they start off 6-0 here in the third set. Going back to Alexis' report about Megan missing 2 practices, it may not seem like a big deal, but for volleyball players, makamiss ka nga lang ng isa, no? Ayel, it makes such a difference for the player.
Not just for the player, also for the system that you're trying to prepare for your next game.
But she's been giving her all. Megan has still leading the scoring with 12 para dito sa next leg. She averages 10.3, so she is already over her average. They need every single point as they're trying to stay alive here in the reinforced. Sharp serve. Received well by Laxina. Ebon was there for coverage. Cobb will reverse it. Backside set. Orvina keeps it in play. And so does Swanko. Laxina pulls.
Laxina gets a ball touch.
7-1. High rainbow set.
You just know she was going for the hands of Megan Hart on that one. Trying to get the touch. She was successful.
Akari has continued its momentum from that second set. Just as I say that, Ivy Laxina sends it to the net.
It always happens.
Welcome back though to me.
Lucky break there though for the Nxled Chameleons.
Two straight points. This time, Laxina, service error, receiving error.
Chance for Nxled to gain some momentum here. They can't allow the Akari Chargers to get the big lead early on in this set.
Blanco. Victoria. Somebody scratched the net and it might have been Megan. Yes, she admits. And a technical timeout with a 5-point lead for the #1 team of the reinforced conference. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, game #2 for our triple header, and so far we are knotted at 1. Desperos, Ragas, Sharma, all inside the Phil Sports Arena. Akari looking good here in set #3 so far with a 5-point lead. Boom Gonzalez, Ayel Estranero, and Alexis Tinsay for game #38 rather, and there will be one more later on with signal and galleries on deck. But first, Real Victoria will get us going for this rally.
Victoria serving for the Chargers.
Sent back by the blockers of Akari. They go back to Laika. Good reaction there by Victoria. Laksina from behind. Orvina will set. Ooh, what an angle by Laika Ebon.
That's her comfortable angle going cross court, and there was that open block for her. Easily maximize that one.
Guest player serving for the Chameleons.
For serving 8. Okaru. Great dig by Permentilla. Great chase by Maraguinot. Cobb pulls it back on the other side, and Okaru obliges.
9-7-4.
Spike brought to you, spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan off that backside set.
Faster attack that time for Oli Okaru. I mean, good dig earlier there from Nxled, but not in that second attempt.
9 serving 4. Over. Chance again for Akari here. Soltones sent back. Coverage by Ravenna. It's too low for Sed. And a lift will be called. Sed not getting the usual zero tempo sets that
she's usually best and efficient in those zero tempo sets, but right now we're not seeing that connection yet with the Mitch Cobb.
That is such a hard connection to really establish. It's hours and hours and days of just repetitions. It looks so good on TV, and sometimes it does look so simple na pinapatong lang ng center sa taas ng net bola, but it is not easy to practice repeatedly and not easy to get consistently, rather. Joe sends it over, and our down referee Ryan Corpus calling a net touch.
Said Domingo also apologizing there.
On the way down, that left hand sharp call by our down referee. Joe with the push serve. Ivy recoils. Oh boy.
Through the block. 11-76.
Massive swing.
Yeah, perfect contact as well. I mean, it was the peak of that set where Ivy Laksina contact that ball.
Gusto niya talaga yung mataas, ano, partner?
Gives her enough time to go for that approach, for that swing.
Yeah, takes a look at that defense too. Permentilla this time rejected. Balik kay Kiara. It's a smart play, but will it stay in? Yes, it did. Good variation.
Right.
That's what we're talking about with her.
I mean, got blocked there in that first attempt, switching angles. In the second attempt, getting that point. Woo.
Against the smaller blocker, just a perfect position actually by Kiara. First going for that cross court, then going down that corner. Good serve by Palaga. Ivy again returns the favor. Boy, is she humming now with 16 points on 16 attacks.
I'm very efficient game so far for her in this third set.
Not bad.
2 blockers there, but again, she is in the rotation against a smaller blocker in Jaja Maraguinot, and I think that's just smart for her to go for those hits.
Not bad even if you're missing your partner in crime, so to speak. Megan with the push. Victoria keeping it alive. Chance here for Nxled, and Hart spanks that ball for her 13th point.
That's an impressive output for Megan Hart, given that she's not always on the court. She only gets to score, to contribute whenever she's in the front row, and she hasn't been wasting any opportunities, both from offense and defense.
Going for that crossbody swing for her 13th. Good serve. Faulty reception, but Okaru still able to serve it up. And now they have a chance. Okaru, right pin! Dang!
Hand of hearts. 13-8.
Oli Okaru just really difficult to stop, especially when she's in the front row.
Second best scorer of the league.
For the Chargers.
Make that third best rather, with 25.8. Which is usually good for second best, but we have some prolific scorers at number 1 and number 2 with Deshova and Bell.
A lot of really good reinforced players. This conference, high quality volleyball. But Laika Ebon there, efficient game so far. Not a lot of sets going to her, but has been delivering the points.
5 points for her partner off the bench. Okaru had to adjust. She's still able to find that angle even in the offset.
And I guess it's hard to read the offense of Oli Okaru, especially that she's so tall. Take a look at this angle, roll shot there. I mean, Jaja Maragino just a step away to go for that defense.
Undergal coming in. Domingo moving out. Victoria serving up. Pakatangkad din ng Akari when all of these players are in. But Hart, the tallest of them all, gets that swing through. 14 points on 10 attacks. 4 blocks.
And again, the sets of Jaja Maragino to the middle has been unpredictable. No blocker jumping with Megan Hart in that sequence.
And again, serving for the Chameleons.
Esquera. It's a drop serve there. Soltones denied, and they scrape on the net. I think it is Ebon guilty of that one.
15-10.
Blockers jumping there. It was Ebon hitting the white tape, going for the block.
That's an over-received ball as Okaru scraping the net on her serve. And it's 16-10. It is all Akari here. Watch and support the Las Filipinas men's national team as the fight for volleyball pride on home soil this August 16 to 18. Get your tickets via ticketmax.ph. Good to be back here at the PVL as we see Dylan and Kara too of the Akari group in attendance here at the Phil Sports Arena. Second game of our triple header with Signal and Gallery still waiting in the wings. Undefeated and has recovered well from that first set defeat. Whoa, wow, that is clean, flying through.
That was perfect connection there for Jaja and Jo Maragino. I mean, only one blocker, open block in that cross-court angle, and Jo Maragino hammering that one in.
That's the word right there, hammering it through. Mommy must be so proud of that one. Both the set and the spank. It's 1 point though. Still ahead by 5 are the Chargers. Madrigal asking for it. Orvina. Easy ball here. Kretzel. Cobb saving it. Okaru will send it over to the Lady Beast. Who keeps this one? Nope. Unable to keep it in play.
No other attackers. They're ready for that. Oli only had Sotones, and that was easy for Nxled to read.
Mangulabnan.
Service. Mangulabnan.
As Maraginot goes to the bench for a while. That's too low.
+1 for Akari.
That will be 17-12. Mangulabnans,
Serving for Akari.
of course, on both ends. With fantastic players. Joe will try again. Off the rebound this time. Ezra with a dump. Block breaker by Luna. 8 points for her.
Luna gets to squeeze that one in. Laxina and Madrigal teaming up. But Luna getting that point.
Blanco receiving. Dog by Orvina. Kitna naman. Mababa para kay Soltones.
14.
Orvina has been working double time in the defense of Nxled Chameleons.
Service. Maraginot.
Joe down 3. Coming off a 19-point output. Second ball put away again by Mitch. And guess what? She's got 8 points for herself here in this match.
That's a high output for a setter. 8 points for Mitch Cobb. But the timing of that 1-2 play, I mean, Orvina saw that coming. But not enough to get that first ball.
Yeah, she got the correct position, correct step, just could not keep it up. Good serve off the hands and arms of Kiara.
19-14.
Trisha Genesis will check in here.
Serving game has been good for the Akari Chargers.
12. Genesis in.
Adamson players sprinkled in again.
Service. Madrigal.
Madrigal. Orvina. Perfect first ball. Luna. Wide. No touch.
Ball is out.
So Akari now
14.
with some distance. 20-14 timeout. Nxled.
Chameleons.
No block. Back the line. Okay 了。
Just go. Me.
还是一分分拿。OK。上来外尽量减少不必要的失误，就没必要的丢球，不要丢球。
Let's not waste the points that we get kasi dire-diretso yung error natin. So
每
try
个
to
人把
cut it.
每个人把自己的动作做好。
Let's receive properly, guys. Receive properly.
扣球也是一样，每个人就想着动
Drop
作，
ball man
只想
yan,
动作，
service man yan, spike man yan.
别的不要想。OK，静下来。
Let's go!
Nxled down by 6 here, so Coach Gang will call that timeout to try to mount a comeback. Akari has, from that second set onwards, halfway through that second set, really got nice rhythm. What changed for them? Hindi na nila nabitawan yung momentum na yan na partner.
I mean, for the Akari Chargers, it wasn't really their normal game in that first set, but when they got their offense going, when the connection was better with the Cobb and the Oli Okaru, with Laxina and the rest of the squad, it was easier for them because, again, the strength of this team is really their attacking. They are second in spiking overall next to the Creamline Coal Smashers.
You're right, you're right. Which is not the strength of Nxled. They're second to last in that department. Offense is really where they struggle. Low coverage behind Okaru. She was sent back. 21-15.
While we're seeing sparks from the Nxled Chameleons, it's just a matter of staying consistent for them.
Gratzel struggling with that first ball. They make do with it. Off the rebound. Genesis attacking, goes cross-court. Looks like it was going to sail out, but Max Wanko got a hand on that.
I mean, when in doubt, still trying to save that ball. But a great adjustment there for Genesis to go for that angle, trying to avoid the blockers, going long. The reason why Wanko was trying to go for the defense.
Shoot to the other side. Balaga with a dig. Oh, nice counter there. But nice read by Ivy at the net. 17 points, her first block of the match.
I mean, Mangulabdan trying to deceive the blockers, not going to Megan Hart. But what a transition there for Ivy Laxina, just right on time to get that kill block against May Luna.
Captain Michelle Cobb.
Mitch and her team 3 points away from a 2-1 lead. And she has been spectacular from her service. 9 points already for Mitch, taking over the setting duties. Really hasn't relinquished it to anybody else, because there's nobody else.
发了球全是前曲球，就是每个人你要垫之前要想想前一个球是怎么样的。
The anticipation is
OK， 要想前面一个球，拦网也是一样。我在这拦网的时候看前一个球是怎么扣的。
If you see the ball that it's going slow or low or short, go faster.
打球一定要动脑筋，动脑子打球。
Anticipation, guys. Go, go, go.
Let's go. Hey, Chameleon! Let's go!
Unfortunately, they don't get extra time during timeouts for the, instructions, then the interpretation. Of course, they have to work with the same time with everybody else. They try to squeeze in as many instructions in those precious seconds that go by. Right now, 2 points away. The number is for Mitch Cobb, but beyond that, really, 15 excellent sets. She scored 9 points. She served so well. And it's, Genesis gets the point from there, but that, again, is often out-of-system play forced by the aggressive serve.
And the reason why they had to call the timeout, it was for their passing formation, for the adjustment in their passing. But despite that, the point is a point. The Genesis getting that one.
Team captain, Jaja Maraguinot. Serving for the Chameleons.
Jaja, who used to set for Akari. 23-17. Okaru. That's off a scratch. Definitely a check. No challenge there. So, we have 7 set points for the 6-0 Akari Chargers, and some leeway to put in some new
rookies
players, some newbies. Now remember, for those who just missed out, Nxled won this first set convincingly. So Almazan comes in, Studio comes in. Studio, of course, we all know, another power hitter. And that will do it for set number 3. Almazan gets her point. Just like that, Akari at 6-0, now at 2-1. Everything clicking for the Chargers here at the Phil Sports Arena. So we're back inside the Phil Sports Arena. It is 25-21 for Nxled Chameleons, 25-19 and 25-17. An easier time here in the third set for Akari. It looks like really in the flow now. 27 minutes is what they needed for that relatively easier win. And they're one set away from 7-0. They're on the top of the team standings in terms of standings, but of course they're tied with PLDT in terms of points at 15.
Because they have a lot of five-setter matches. But going back to that third set, we know Akari to be good in terms of offense. They're spiking, but what made the biggest difference is really their service game in that set. Really made everything difficult for the Nxled Chameleons. As we take a look at the numbers, 14 attack points for Akari against the 10 of Nxled, but Nxled again trying to slow down the offense. But the 3 kill blocks definitely not enough to slow down Akari. Only 1 kill block for Akari, but the 5 service aces and the timings of those aces was very perfect for the Akari Chargers. And again, both teams still playing clean volleyball. Not a lot of errors. Only 5 for Nxled and only 3 for the Akari Chargers.
Okaru has led Akari with 20 points, 19 attacks, a block for her. Laksina with 17 of her own, 16 of attacks, while Megan Hart has really played above and beyond expectations with 14 points for her, 4 blocks in the process. No other player in double figures. Permentilia and Luna are on the verge with 8. Michelle Cobb, the unsung hero here for the Akari Chargers, has been spectacular in her serving and her setting, even her blocking. Michelle Cobb, if I'm not mistaken, has 1 block, yes. 4 attacks, a couple of 1-2 plays, and then of course those service, not aces, but again, aggressive enough to force out of system plays on the other side, either forcing an error or a giveaway back to them. And sometimes those are the things that are lost in if you don't watch the actual game.
But Nxled starting off with a service error that gives Michelle Cobb here to continue serving well for the Akari Chargers.
Yeah, White Toy with something that has been working. Combination play here. Was there a touch? No touch from an Akari player, so that means Akari will get the point. Are they going to challenge this? Yes. Oh no. Wait a minute. I don't know what that sign is. I think our up referee also. So a yellow card will be issued to Nxled. For what was it, a withdrawal? Well, let's see anyway. And now there wasn't any touch to begin with. Correct call. 1-0. Pineda with the first ball. Cobb receiving, digging that one. Ivy blowing some wind on that swing. And an easy take here for Nxled. The push from Hart. Ja gives a wink to Megan. Okaru. Pinantayan yun down the line by Pineda. This is too low. They recycle the offense. And Ebon will get the point off a scratch by one of the Akari players. They're both denying it. So I think Coach Taka will challenge this one. Our down referee, Ryan Vincent Corpus, was the one who called the touch from the other side. Now it was either Madrigal or Okoro who was involved in that double block, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what comes out of this one. Earlier today, Farm Fresh with a straight sets win against Capital One, who couldn't get themselves going today. Unfortunately for them, they will drop also to 4-3. Let's look at this. Was there a scratch? Oh, eagle-eyed referee, that right wrist. That is a great call.
I mean,
And that's on the opposite side. You see their referee corpus is right there on that opposite side.
Even Madrigal did not
Did not
feel
know.
that one.
Might be the sleeve also sometimes.
Exactly.
At least yan ang lagi ko sasabihin.
Challenge
Deny.
successful. And Nxled gets their first
So Nxled gets their first point.
para Permentilla serve.
Permentilla with 8 points on 6 attacks. On deck. Fantastic swing by Okaru as we check in with Alexis Tinsay.
Boom and a yell despite them trailing. We actually saw the Maraginot sister connection in the previous sets. I got to talk to Joe Maraginot, who showed 29 staggering points in their game against Capital One last game, which is her all-time high this conference. Joe told me that they never know when they're going to get pulled out from the bench, so she managed to give her best with the limited time she's given. Even until now, the Chameleons have a small idea on who's going to go play on court because Coach Chen Gang wants to utilize all players, given most are young and eager to play. On the Akari side, it's not just about winning, it's also about efficiency. Coach Taka wants the team to dominate the set and finish the game in 4 sets, avoiding the need for a 5th. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app for 149 pesos back to set 4.
Sees the spot.
Back to set 4 indeed, and it is 4-2 courtesy of Akari right now.
Oli Okaro, and the variety of her attacks has been really a big problem for the floor defense of the Nxled Chameleons.
Madrigal. Reverse reaction there by Gretzel. Okoro will make do. Genesis will try to power it through, but it is set back by Victoria, if I'm not mistaken.
Another strong start here for the Akari Chargers. Genesis trying to go for the cross-court angle, but Victoria rather, closing her down.
Genesis, this time with a swing and another scrape by Okaru. Number 4, says referee Corpus. Okaru doesn't deny, turns around, but doesn't deny. She's so efficient, isn't she?
She is, I mean...
and I'm not just talking about the points and scores, just her overall movement in the court,
I agree.
partner.
No wasted movements for her.
Right. Look at that.
And the Genesis.
Vina couldn't catch up.
6.
Mistimed by the block.
And for Oli Okaro, she really knows when to speed things up, when to slow down, when to go for the tips, when to go for the power hits.
I remember talking to some players before. Sometimes especially when they're older already, you take away a lot of the other unnecessary movements. It really preserves you for the match. And you just mentioned, and you all have told me, and I've seen that a lot of these teams, including Akari, has gone through so many 5-setters. So preserving your energy, especially if you're a heavy percentage player like Okaru, is paramount. Dahil ang usage rate niya napakataas. Ayan na naman, siya na naman ang pinuntahan. I'm gonna challenge this one. No challenge. Play on. But this time it will be a point as an overreach will be called on Victoria.
Overreach. Called on Akari. Four to 7.
4 serving 7.
Trisha Genesis. Serving for Nxled.
Okay. Clarifying something here between our up and down referees, Racelis and Corpus, and the technical table, and we are off. A point away from the first technical timeout of set 4 are the Chargers. And they get there courtesy of a long ball from Soltones. 8-4, Akari.
For Nxled.
Back inside the Full Sports Arena, the Nxled Chameleons, who started off strong, are in chase mode and have been in chase mode since midway through that second set. As Akari's not looked back, he's continued to roll here, and they're up by 4, 8-4, but we are far from the end of this match.
End of the first. Technical time.
Sotones will get us going for this segment of our game. Pineda with a perfect first pass, and that's what it produces.
Off the block.
Permentilia apologizing to Victoria, blowing a kiss at the net. Obviously, partner, you know, this is a situation for them that they've crossed each other, teammates, friends, they've developed friendships, and then you spend your time training with each other every single day, and then they get, you know, switched to other teams, and all those friendships that they've developed and routines together, diba? Very tricky situation for these two teams and these two players from these two teams. Yeah, scramble here. Genesis, out of system, a bit tight, but still works. Is that Permentilia? Yes, she gets into double figures with 10 points, which is close to her average here in the conference at 10.6. She'll take it.
Well, it has been her who has been consistent for the Nxled in this match so far.
Oh. Hart disagrees, but
Overreach. Golden Heart. 9.
that's also the problem with, you know, her height. She lords over.
And there was a redirection to that ball. The reason why the referee called that violation on her.
Camille Victoria serving.
Lead is 3.
The Chargers.
Permentilia, great spot. Oh, great pickup there. But it won't go through for Madrigal. But Okoro with great reflexes on the up.
And she has the length to still save that tip.
So
But
kitty, no?
but Madrigal rushing on that one gives Nxled some chance here.
Serving for next.
Shoot to the other side. And the press by both Ebon and Hart. Nowhere to go for that ball.
Exactly. I mean, Megan Hart was already there before that ball reached Ivy Laxina, a well-established block. No angles there open for Ivy Laxina.
15 points for Hart. And just like that, this lead is down to 1. As we said, this is not over. Orvina taking it in the chest. Another chance here. Cobb will go in the middle. That is not over.
We're tied at 9.
And a charge, oh, sorry, a challenge rather, will be called by
On the floor for a block touch.
Coach Canino to referee
Challenge.
Reselis.
Akari.
This one's crucial. If they don't get this one, this is going to be a tied match.
You see the hustle of Nxled in that floor defense.
That angle, so that means that is a
There is a block touch.
Successful challenge.
Challenge.
successful.
Success.
So that's
They'll have to replay the point here.
A replay
Let
is
me
set
not correct
point
myself, but let me
award.
add also Signal into the mix earlier when I said the teams that had 15 points, team standings. I said PLDT and Akari, but Signal also with 15, so let's not exclude them. They will be coming up. So we replay the point. And Akaru gets the point. So there will be no tie here. It will be 10-8. And the 25 points, that's the average, 20, actually 25.8 para kay Okaru here in this conference. And she makes it look easy, doesn't she?
Very high scoring forced player.
Soltones with the up. High hands for Okaru, and that one works still. So now she gets over her average at 26.
And this is what we mentioned earlier, that she's not just efficient in terms of scoring, but with movement as well. Did not force a power hit, a deep attack going long, but still successful.
No unnecessary runs, not much, flair, but very effective. Enough for a 3-point lead.
不要想把动作每个球做好就可以了，还是这句话。
Bye guys, don't think of other stuff. Don't think too much.
每个人想自己怎么得一分。
Let's think of a way, one by one, each one inside. Think of a way to get the point back, or make a point.
这时候更需要大家坚定信念，
So
一
we
生信
need
念，
to team up. Come on, teamwork tayo,
坚
teamwork.
信自己。OK。
Coach Chen Gang, interpreted by Rosel Chu there, their PT, doubling up as interpreter as they try to make a last-ditch effort here to make a go of this one.
I mean, they have been close, but they couldn't seem to really close the gap that Akari has been trying to keep for themselves.
And again, partner, you've said it many times, critical game para dito sa Nxled. And a giveaway to Okaru. Pineda was there.
Save.
Great save by Perventilla. She gets back into the action. Okaru, though, will not be denied the point. But what an effort by both Pineda and Perventilla.
Great dig from Pineda, the save, the run from Perventilla, but that chance ball definitely gave Okaru time to go back to transition and get that point. Better angle for her this time.
She's holding on to her left wrist, Kiara is. Hopefully she'll be good to go. The chase. Her hitting hand is the right hand anyway. And she gets a block breaker there for her 11th point.
I mean, no hesitations at all for Perventilla. Oli Okaru was there to try to block her, but the great angle going in between the blockers and finding that very small gap.
Serving for Nxled.
9 serving 12. Reverse. Oh, what an angle. That is just unstoppable and unfair too.
I mean, at this point, you feel like Akari just wants to take home the win. They have been exclusively going to Oli Okaru in the past few sequences.
Earn her money, huh? Keep 27 points. Gretzel will do the same from the left pin. And it's all Akari now at 14-9.
And then this is why Akari has been dominant this conference, because they have Oli to score when needed, consecutive points, but the local players has also been showing up big for them.
That's gonna drop in.
That's an ace.
Again, some top spin on that serve. 18 points. Now Laksina's high is 20.
Service.
She's done that twice here in the conference, talking about Ivy Laksina. Perventilla will move out. Maybe has something to do with that wrist. While Almonte, who's been great on defense anyway,
Right.
has checked in. Not this time for Ivy, but obviously targeting that back line.
Exactly. Tried to execute the same serve, but not the same contact that time.
Medium cards. Guest player. Serve for the Chameleons.
Bump set. And Okaru just continues to light it up. 29 points. She has a conference high of 38. That one was against Chocomucho. That last match. 16-10 is our score.
Following this match, we'll have the Signal HP Spikers facing the Galleries Tower High Risers. Stay with us.
Familiar face, Coach Babes, handling that timeout for Coach Gang, Coach Babes Castillo. As Nxled is down here in this fourth, and for Akari's sake, final set. That's what they want. They don't want an extension this time. As we play on here in the fourth set. Our score is 16-10. Like a Ebon, also off the bench with 6 points.
Substitution next. 2 out of 24.
Ebon beating the blockers this time, seeing that Victoria was late in closing that block. Going for the Trisk action.
Serving for the Chameleons.
Oh, nobody in front of Soltones. That is a bad idea. Even if it's an out-of-system play.
Exactly. A miscue also there for Nxled.
Nobody in front of her. She definitely knows what to do in a situation like that. Akari now starting to coast 17-11.
Guest player, serving for the Chargers.
Pineda stopping that ball. Genesis over the blockers. Good swing there for Trisha.
Off the hand.
It has all been power so far for Nxled. Ebon earlier, this time Trisha Genesis. From the left pin. Going long, going high.
Majin Wadamnan, designated game captain for next. Genesis.
So Maji will continue to set here for Nxled. She covers there for the blockers. Okoro able to stop that ball and give a free one to Nxled. Maji goes behind, and that's too low for Mayluna.
The set was already low, and Mayluna could not adjust to get that ball over.
The 18-12 is the score. Protocol questions here. The bench of Akari. It's not going to go over.
Another low set there to Makaslang. So offensively, Nxled is having a difficult time.
Nxled Chameleons.
Last-ditch timeout here for Nxled.
减少自己的，还是减少自己的失误。打球不能乱失误，减少自己的失误。
Guys, hindi pa tapos. Huwag muna kayong bumitaw.
刚才那个球，
The set hasn't
德
finished.
拉宝，
Come on, guys. We
德
need
拉
to
宝
have
不能是
intensity.
不能往里抓的，
Yes, coach. Yes.
减少失误。
Just forget about the error. Let's make up for it. Come on, guys. Let's make up for it.
Coach Gang there addressing the body language. Looked like they're a defeated bunch already. They don't want, he doesn't want his girls to give up, even if the score might look demoralizing right now. A 7-point deficit, and Akari is 6 points away from their 7th straight victory here and to remain spotless in the conference. Okoro fires one, but it's out.
Akari trying to go long, but no go for her this time. But still, a bit of a cushion for Akari here. But Nxled, for them to close this gap, they have to make a run.
For Nxled.
Good serve by Makaslang.
Scores 14-19.
Good response to the timeout earlier.
2 straight points for them.
Service Makaslang.
A 5-point deficit from 7. It's good attack, leaving it for Victoria behind Michelle Cobb.
14.
I mean, 2 blockers jumping with Victoria there, but just enough power to get that one in. Blockers also late, closing her down.
4 out. 2. Ebon back in.
Bunch of substitutions here as Nxled is down 6.
Serving for Akari.
Sharp serve by Camille. Hart low on that one. Genesis sends it over. Not that time for Mitch. They saw that coming. Soton is great on defense. Okaru, excellent on offense. 30 points for Oli.
What an angle for her. I mean, no blocks for her there, but she shows the perfect angle, the perfect zone. No one there for the Nxled Chameleons.
Four points away. And a free ball to work with. Pulls back to Ivy. Ivy delays contact with that ball, and good enough for their 22nd point and her 19th of the match.
No, Ivy has really grown a lot as a wing attacker. I mean, that wasn't easy to do. Already in the air, trying to go for that hit, but last second deciding to just tip that one over.
Montes denied. She'll try again with a dump. That doesn't work. Genesis fires one, but it's too hard.
Out.
No spin on that ball, partner. So that means 2 points away from victory number 7. And Almazan and Bustillo will come back in to give a couple of starters a rest here.
16 out. 15 Bustillo in. 5
New
out.
professionals
Almazan in.
here in the PVL.
Service Victoria.
Good first ball. Hart swinging away when she gets that perfect set, really. Which really boils down to the first pass.
23.
The reason why that first ball is very important for them because the reinforced player is a middle blocker.
Captain, serving for the Chameleons.
Pambasan receives. Bustrillo hesitated there. Headshot. Now Coro keeps it alive, and Almasan a little ambitious on that one from behind the line.
Set already too low, trying to spin that one over. Not enough speed and power for that to get over the net.
I failed to mention Bakabak, who's in also for Akari. 3 rookies in as they are 2 points away. Bustrillo will get this one. Chance for Nxled to try to come back here without the veterans of Akari. Bustrillo. I expect a Coach Taka timeout somewhere if they relinquish a few more points here, or maybe even bring back the starters. Right now, still a bit more cushion. 6 points. 2 points away from a win. Bustrillo receives. Gets it back. It's cross court. Reverse. That's another one. This lead is down to 5.
Good run for the Nxled Chameleons.
Remember, the biggest lead partner was 9 here in this set.
Nxled is taking advantage of the fact that Akari now has a young lineup on the court.
Coach Taka not moving and deciding not to call anything. And another opportunity here for Nxled. Ebon will not be able to crawl that ball over though, so Akari will get match point on an error. And Coach Taka literally has not moved from his spot. He does that, right? Sometimes he's got his arms crossed for like 3 or 4 points.
And you just know he's thinking for the next move.
Yes. He's not thinking about dinner or anything like that. He's still thinking of the game, right? A point goes to Akari. And that means win number 7 for this team as they remain spotless here in the Reinforced Conference. This Panalo play of the game is brought to you by Yakult. Yakult every day okay. Ivy Laxina with 19 points, 17 attacks, an ace, and the block.
An all-around game for Ivy Laxina. But again, Oli Okaro saving Akari, especially in the crucial parts of the set. Whenever they needed a run, whenever they needed consecutive points, Oli Okaro never fails to show up for them. But the local players, again, has also been, as I mentioned, showing up big in terms of offense and defense. I mean, Soltones, Laxina, Victoria having some sparks, Madrigal coming off the bench, Danny Ravenas, Alibero, and Max Wangko also. So it's really a team effort for the Akari Chargers, but the Nxled Chameleons also had a good start, just did not manage to sustain their consistency.
So they win in 4 sets, 25. They lose the first set, 21-25, then winning 25-19, 25-17, 25-18. That is a confirmation of the 7th win of the Akari Chargers. They have not placed higher than 7th in their PVL career, but there were signs, of course, of improvement every conference. Pressure is already starting to mount on them. You can't always say, young potential, young promising. At some point, diba, the teams have to live up to that young promise, and they're starting to do that right now. Talking about the Akari Chargers, they win this one and they improve their chances, while a critical loss here for Nxled part.
I mean, Nxled, they're already in the bottom of the standings, lower end of the standings, and only top 8 teams will move forward. So they have lower chances now to get into the quarterfinals.
Let's go to Alexis Tinsay with the spectacular play of Mitch Cobb today. It was very emotional. Tell us why, Alexis.
Bumanayel here with me is player of the game, none other than Captain Ball, Michelle Cobb of the Akari Chargers with 9 points, 4 attacks, 1 block, and 18 excellent sets. Congratulations, Mitch. And could you share to us why you got emotional over this back-to-back-to-back victory?
I think kasi parang the past week din, parang there's been a lot of things going on with our team, syempre, challenges, and I'm just so happy na we're able to, surpass it and still get wins. And wala, I just feel very emotional kasi I feel din the support of my teammates and my coaches. So, thank you. Thank you so much.
And that's beautiful. How big of a factor is efficiency, teamwork, and of course, your cooperation among each other with these back-to-back victories?
I think it's really mainly on the trust we have with each other and also the patience we have, not just for each other but also for ourselves. Kasi pag wala yung dalawang na yun, which is trust and patience, I think sobrang big difference talaga kasi yung effect nun sa team namin, and that's what we're trying to foster now, is really the trust and being patient with ourselves and with our teammates.
And how does being on top fuel your passion to do more, to execute more, and to give more to the fans of Akari?
I think now that we're getting a lot of wins then and we're getting a good run, parang it motivates us more to keep pushing and syempre not settling for what we're doing right now and keep improving kasi it's still a long way to go. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
And there's a lot to see from the Akari Chargers. Do you want to greet the support system that you have, Mitch?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my mom, Eden, my dad, Alan, my sister Camille, who's in Canada, my boyfriend Vito. Hi to Sir Chris and to the Akari management. Hello po, this one is for all of you, and the Akari fans, thank you po. Thank you so much. Thank you. PVL fans, thank you for all the support, and we are excited to play for all of you all the time.
Congratulations again, Mitch, and to the rest of the Akari Chargers. And with that, we have another game. Stay tuned.
Alexis Tensai there with the emotional Michelle Cobb, their 7th win. A win is not just a win. It's not everything is equal, right. As we know in sports. Some wins and some losses matter more, and it seems that this one weighed heavily on Michelle Cobb. Now they had 19 from Laxina, they had 30 from Okaru, but excellent play from her today.
I mean, Mitch Cobb turned around things. Nxled had the momentum, had the chance to get this win, but Mitch Cobb made it difficult for them.
All right, so that will do it for us. We've got, of course, Galleries Tower High Risers, Signal HD Spikers, more Pool D action coming up. For Alexis Tensai and Ayel Estoñero, I'm Boom Gonzalez. Thank you very much for watching us, and stay tuned for more of your Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference on One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app.
Let's give it up for the Aztec girls. Thank you, ladies.